Hey guys, what's up? And it's time for another reading vlog. Okay guys, I am really trying to get into this reading vlog mojo and I'm very excited. I'm not dressed up, it is nighttime, so I'm just very casual. As you know, we're very casual on this channel, which is completely fine. Please, I usually watch my reading vlogs at night anyway, so that is the vibe I'm giving. So for this video, we're reading romance books that are set in the loveliest places, places that are filled with love and opportunity. I just had a bunch of books that were either in New York or Paris, and I find that those are the most loveliest places. There's so much opportunity, so much love, also hate, but we're gonna focus on the love part. The first book we have is In 5 Years by Rebecca Surley. This is a book in New York, and it's about Danny. She's engaged, and her life becomes very weird. That's kind of the vibe that I get from it. And she's not too sure about the life she's living, and yeah, that's the vibe that I get from this book. It's marketed as a romance, but I've heard people say that it's not quite a romance, so I'm intrigued, very intrigued. I love romance, but also you can always switch it up on me and market it something different, and it's a completely different book. So we have In 5 Years. We then have In Paris with You by Clementine Bouvois. I think that's how it's said. I'm not quite sure. This is Eugene and Tatiana could have fallen in love that summer if things had gone differently, if it had just been them and not the others, but summer ended and time tore them up far apart, to lead separate lives until they meet once more in Paris. What happened between them that summer, and do they have a chance of finally being together, or will the past repeat itself and tear them apart once again? Sounds amazing. So this is about two lovers that aren't, but could have been, and that intrigues me to no end. I'm very excited about this. Yeah, and it's gonna be a short read. Like, these are the pages, and I'll probably listen to it on audio. Lately I've just been listening to audiobooks while I read along. First off, it makes me read faster. Second, I just don't have the time anymore to fully delve into a book, so audiobooks are very helpful. But I'm very excited for this one. And then the last one is Match Made in Manhattan by Amanda Stoffer. And this is Match Made in Manhattan is a fast-paced contemporary story about the struggles of dating in the digital age, replete with online profiles, witty dialogue, and a super supportive group of female friends. This all too real and relatable debut novel will have readers laughing, crying, and rooting for Allison all the way to the end. So, for fans of The Bachelor, not a fan of The Bachelor. Oh no. And Bridget Jones, a story about the awkward, romantic, and cringeworthy struggles of trying to find the one in the digital dating age. I think this will be interesting. I have high hopes for it. I'll probably also, oh my gosh, it has text messages and emails all on this. Oh, I'm low-key excited for it. This is an advanced reader copy. I definitely bought it from somewhere, which is highly illegal. But, yeah, I was not sent this. Yeah, this is the one that I'm not too sure about, to be honest. I hadn't heard of it before I picked it up, but I was in a very much romance-heavy phase whenever I picked this up from the thrift store, so we shall see about this one. But these two, I am pretty sure I'm going to love very much so. So yes, I'm very excited. I think I'm going to start with this one, because this one's actually on my TBR for March, and I need to finish that. I have just finished In 5 Years. Oh my god. I absolutely love this book. I let myself calm down a little bit. I didn't just finish it. It's been like 30 minutes. I had to let myself calm down because I was legit crying about this book, and I was not expecting this. So this book is marketed as a romance, and I would like to counter that. Okay. It is not your typical romance, that is what I will say. It's not about finding your true love or whatever. There's several love stories within this book, but that is not the true purpose of it. It's more of a love story to your best friend or to yourself. That's definitely what I got from it. So if you're looking for a typical romance novel that is all about the love, all about the intimacy, this is not the book for you. But this definitely was a book for me. This book reminded me of one of my favorite books of last year, More Than Words by Jill Santopolo. If you like this book, you'll like this one. If you like this one, you will like this one. They are not the same, but they have the same type of feeling towards it. They're both books about women that are going through transitions in their life. They are not sure exactly what they want, but they also know that what they have is not what they want. If that made any sense. So this book is about Danny. Danny is getting engaged to her long-term boyfriend, David, and they have a simple love. It is fine. It's okay. It's not a love story to end all love stories, but it's theirs. And she also has a best friend named Bella who travels the world. She's rich. She doesn't stick to the status quo. She kind of does what she wants, and she dates around a lot. And finally, Bella finds someone she really enjoys. His name is Greg, and she's falling in love with him. So basically, Danny wakes up from a dream one day, and she has dreamt that she was in bed with someone else. So she goes to his therapist, and they're like, oh, it's just, it's fine, whatever. And then 5 years pass, and everything kind of comes to a halt. There's a lot of different things that happen. It's heartbreaking. It's really, really sad. Very, very sad. I'm trying not to spoil anything, but it is just stunning. I listened to this while reading along, and I highly recommend the audiobook. It is fantastic. You definitely get the characteristics and the personalities of these characters, and I just fell in love with them so much. I was not expecting to love this book as much as I did. I definitely was going into it thinking that it was just another romance, but it definitely hit me to my core. I ended up giving this 5 stars. This is only my second 5-star of 2022, and I think this is going to turn around my reading year. Let me knock on wood. But I think this book is what I really needed to rejuvenate myself and really love reading again, because the past couple of months I've just been reading flops. Or they were good, but they weren't the best. So I really think this is the book that changes my 2022. I don't know what else to say. This is definitely a book about friendship and self-care and just loving yourself and choosing to do what you want to do, what is most important to you, reevaluating your life and wondering, where did I go wrong, or where can I choose to put myself first. And I think Danny definitely goes on a self-discovery of what she wants and who she wants in her life, and it's just absolutely incredible. There's a line that is repeated throughout this book, and once you read it, you will fully understand or grasp the monumental meaning of this book. The quote is, "Love doesn't have to mean a future," and I may have added some words into that, but love does not have to have a future, and I think that's a very, very important part of this book. Oh, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. Oh my god. Y'all, I'm a mess in this book. This vlog is going to be an absolute mess. But yeah, I just get so like, that is so true, and especially it has so much more meaning now that I finished this book. I'm sorry I didn't update you guys. I read this so quickly that there was no time for me to update. I just wanted to know what was gonna happen. And so yeah, I really think that's what this book is about. It's love doesn't necessarily have to have a future, and that's okay. You learn, you experience, and you move on. You try and figure out different ways around the heartbreak, around the grief of a breakup or of rough times in your life, and you move on. You try and figure it out. And this book is just phenomenal. There's another quote in this book that says, I was young, I needed the money, which I also think that this book explains that you don't have to work all the time. You can have a life. Like, you don't have to keep working towards goals that are going to help you in your career. You can work towards personal goals, and you can travel the world. You don't necessarily, like, you need the money, but also it should not be your only driving force of existing. And just everything about this book was perfection. It is definitely a book that I think any 20-something-year-old should read. It is inspiring, and it absolutely explains the life that we're living, especially in these days and times with lots of uncertainty. As people in our 20s, we have no idea what is going on. I think this is such an inspiring book, and I absolutely loved it. Great start to the video. I will see you in the next clip. Hopefully I'll update you guys whenever I'm like at the halfway mark of these books. I doubt I will, because they're pretty short, and I'm pretty sure I'll just fly through them. But yeah. Okay, it's time for me to update you. I DNF'd Match Made in Heaven. Or, I don't know why I thought that. So, I DNF'd Match Made in Manhattan by Amanda Stoffer. This was so terribly written. I listened to the audiobook as I read along, and I just couldn't. Then I tried to read it by itself, and that was even worse. So this book is not for me. But yeah, this is just not great. It's about a girl, and she ends up not being engaged. She gets broken up with or something, I don't know. And then she has to do online dating, and it's just cringe worthy, and I can't deal with it. So I decided to DNF it, even though it was for this video. Tried to read it, I really did, but I just could not get through it, and I'm not making myself get into a reading slump for this book. No. So then, the book's all the way over there, so I'm not gonna go get it. But I have the Dutch jacket. So now I'm currently reading In Paris with You. I'm really enjoying it so far. I love the writing. It is so beautiful. I kind of figured that I would love this book. But yes, I'm gonna say I'm gonna finish it by tomorrow. We're gonna hope. But yes, I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful, and I'm very excited. These characters are lovely, and I just can't. It's so cute. I know it's gonna break my heart, but I will allow this book to break my heart. So that's my update. I will update you again once I have finished In Paris with You, and I will come to a consensus about my thoughts on these books. I think overall it's going to be a good experience, even though I DNF'd one of the books, but I think overall I'm going to have enjoyed reading my romance novels. So I will check back in when I finish In Paris with You. I think this is level. It could not be. So I look rough, but I am editing the video right now and realize I never talked about In Paris with You. So I finished this yesterday and absolutely loved it. I gave it 4 stars. It is one of the most well-written books I've ever read. It's so beautifully written. I tabbed some of the quotes in it, but I absolutely love this book. So this is about Tatiana and Eugene's love story. They met 10 years prior to when this is taking place, and so this story goes back to that time as well. And it's kind of an interesting love story. It's not your typical love story at all, which is fine with me. But it's a little sad. There's some things that happen in life in this book that affect their story. The only thing I didn't like about this too much was Eugene was a little bit of a dick. When I say a little bit, I mean he is such a dick, and I could not stand that. That's the only thing that caused me not to give this 5 stars. It also was a little boring at times. I'm still trying to figure out who the narrator of this book was. I think I have an idea of who the narrator is, but I'm not quite sure. I did like the narration of this book. I really, really did. It was very well done, and it just intrigued me even more. Tatiana's a likable character. I did like her. Olga, her sister, she was fine. And yeah, Linsky, he was fine. I didn't have anything against him, but Eugene was quite a dick and thought he owned the place, so that was one of my issues with him. Also, I don't know if the end of this book is quite consensual. I believe the sex is, but the way in which Eugene kind of forced her to say yes to these 2 days together was kind of, he coerced her in a way, so he kind of held her captive for 2 days. Little weird. Little weird. But yeah, overall I really like this book. Yeah. So, my consensus for this vlog is that I enjoyed 2 of the books. I mean, one of them I DNF, but that's fine. I'm just really in a romance mood, and yeah, I just love romances. And I'm glad this is the era in my life that I'm currently in. They're just so fun. They make me happy, but they also make me cry sometimes. So, yeah, I'm in a great reading state. This is my reading era of just reading books that I enjoy. I am DNFing books that I am not enjoying, and I'm proud of myself for that because I don't want to end up in another slump. I need to start catching up. I'm behind on my goal right now. So yes, please let me know in the comments below if you have read any of these books and your thoughts on them. And let me know if you have any ideas of what books I should do a vlog on. I should have another vlog coming in like 2 weeks, I think. And so yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!